Hello, I'm Sarah from the Baby Wearing Academy, and I'm here today to talk to you about the differences between the Nomad Carrier from BizziGrowin and the Momcozy Baby Carrier. These are both Artipop dupes. They've got a similar style to Artipop, but a fraction of the cost from both of them. The Nomad retails, I think, around about the sort of £75–80 mark. The Momcozy is £45.99 at the moment. So where are we? November 2024. So yeah, an absolute fraction of the cost of the Artipop, but very similar styles. There's honestly not an awful lot in it. Between the two, there really isn't an awful lot in it. The Momcozy has a much wider, sturdier waistband. The Nomad has got a very squishy waistband. Now that is not a pro or a con in either way. It's honestly going to be about personal preference. Some people are going to much prefer the softer, squishier, more mouldable waistband. Other people are going to prefer the sturdier waistband, and they're going to find it more supportive. There isn't a right or a wrong. Having a stiff, sturdy waistband does not make it more comfortable. It's just about what you prefer. The shoulder straps on the Momcozy Carrier are a little bit more padded than the Nomad. Oh my goodness. But again, padding is not the answer to comfort. The answer to comfort is fit. It's going to be about how either of these fit you. The adjustment on the Nomad Baby Carrier down here to change the seat size for the baby is done by Velcro. Now what that is going to mean is that you can micro adjust. So as the baby gets a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger, you can make the carrier a little bit wider. The Momcozy, the adjustment down here inside the waistband is poppers. So it has three very definite sizes: a small, medium and large. You can't micro adjust in the same way that you can this, but again, for most people, that's not going to be an issue. You're only going to adjust the carrier as the baby grows. With the Momcozy, you would keep it on the small setting until your baby is big enough for it to be on the medium setting. You know your baby's big enough because they can sit with their bottom in the seat with their knees comfortably bent over both sides. When they can do that in the next size up, then you can leave it on the next size up. Otherwise, you go back down to the size that you've been on. So yeah, again, I don't think that's really an issue. Panel extender here to make it taller as your baby gets bigger, or if you need a bit more support. On the Momcozy, it's buttons. On the Nomad, it's poppers. But again, it's just personal preference. It doesn't affect its use. So it is just going to be about personal preference. You have more choice of fabrics and prints and things like that in the Nomad Carrier than you do in the Momcozy, but I'm guessing that's why you're going to pay that little bit more for the Nomad by BizziGrowin. The fabric of the carrier itself is much thinner than this. This has kind of a layer of wadding, if you like, in it, in between the two layers. And again, there's no right or wrong. It's going to be about what you prefer. Some people like to have a carrier that feels a bit sturdier than others. So it's just going to be personal preference. The Nomad, the fabric on this one, and they are made of different fabrics, so do check out the different fabrics, the fabric composition. This one, the one that I got, is a mixture of cotton and polyester. This is 100% cotton on the outside, not the internal structure of the sling, but the fabric that touches you kind of on the outside here and on the inside there. That's 100% cotton. Personally, I prefer the feel of this one over this, but this is just the fabric that I got with this one. So yeah, I haven't looked to see if they do one that's 100% cotton. They may well do. But again, personal preference. The one thing I would say is the angle at the top edge of the Nomad Carrier here is a bit wider than this one, than the Momcozy. And what that's gonna do is cause this to just have a bit more room at the top edge. My concern would be that for a smaller baby, that's going to lead to them being a little bit less well supported than the Momcozy. However, neither of these carriers, I wouldn't recommend either of these carriers for babies below around 3 months anyway. So is that really going to be an issue? Probably not. Honestly, again, I really don't think there's an awful lot in it. You've got the Nomad Carrier from BizziGrowin. It's lovely from about 3 months to about 18 months. Again, the Momcozy from about 3 months to about 12 to 18 months. So I really don't think there's a lot in it. My biggest suggestion would be see if you can find a sling library that maybe does a postal hire if you can't get to a sling library, and borrow them and try them out, because that's going to be the best way to know whether or not it fits you. Because honestly, how it fits you is going to be the key. In terms of the fit, again, I don't think there's an awful lot in it. I do think that the straps on this one are slightly wider, so that's going to fit perhaps people who are slightly broader, maybe a little bit better. But again, it's just going to be a case of trying them and seeing. I'm afraid not a terribly informative video, but I couldn't honestly stand here and tell you that one stands head and shoulders above the other. It's going to be about how you feel about it. Softer, floppier, sturdier, but that's just going to be a personal preference thing. So try them out, give them a go, see what you think.